Good morning, this is Miss Triangle. This is the video for your Big Ideas Lesson 2-4 on algebraic thinking or algebraic reasoning. So you're kind of going to learn how to write an algebraic proof. So to start, put the date, whatever the date is, on the section 2-4 algebraic thinking in the top right of your paper. Then you're going to go ahead and write your EQ, your essential question that we'll learn today. How to answer, how do you write an algebraic proof? How do you write an algebraic proof? Learning target 2D, I can use the algebraic and geometric properties of equality to write an algebraic proof. Proof got a little cut off, that word is proof. Okay, so we have some properties. Let me make these a little bigger. If we were in person, I would have printed this out for you, so that's an option. Or you can just write it, whatever you'd like. So you do kind of need the names of these because you're going to be using them in the proofs, okay? But basically, you have the addition property of equality, subtraction property of equality, multiplication property of equality, division property of equality. So basically, they're just talking about when you perform each operation, if you have two equal amounts, like if A equals B, then if you add A to C and B to C, they will be equal as well because A and B are equal. Okay, so that's addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Maybe you want to use like some symbols to do some shortcuts, using a plus sign for addition instead of writing out the word addition, something like that. Okay, the substitution property of equality. If A equals B, then A can be substituted for B or B for A in any equation. So if you have two equal numbers, you can substitute either one. The next property is pretty important. You probably covered it quite a bit last year in algebra. It's called the distributive property. So the distributive property is when you have a number in front of your parentheses and you are multiplying or distributing it by each part inside the parentheses. So A times the product, or times the sum of B plus C equals AB plus AC. And you can use this for an expression with addition or with subtraction. So make sure you recognize the distributive property as well. If you need to pause the video to get any of this stuff down, what are the algebraic properties of equality? These are properties you're going to be using to solve equations, to solve algebraic equations. All right, examples. Example 1, solve the equation below, justify each step. 3x plus 2 equals 23 minus 4x. So you're definitely going to want to give yourself some space because we're not really working on solving this equation. That would be easy. You already know how to solve this equation. We're working on writing an algebraic proof of how you solve this equation. So what we're going to do is we are going to set up a table. Okay, it's going to say equation over here. It's going to say explanation and reason. Okay, and then when you're writing a proof, which we're going to be getting into this chapter, you always want to start with what was given to you. So the first line of my proof is just going to be 3x plus 2 equals 23 minus 4x. Okay, I'm just writing the equation. That'll be my explanation. And my reason is given. That was the problem that was given to me. Okay? Okay, then think what might be the first thing you do to solve this equation? What might be the first thing? So maybe you would subtract 2. Maybe not, but let's just go with that. So I'm going to say 3x plus 2 minus 2 equals 23 minus 4x minus 2, because whatever I do to one side of the equation, I do to the other. Okay, so what did I do? I subtracted 2. That's my explanation. What property did I use, or what's my reason? Subtraction property of equality. So those are those properties we just did on the last slide. All right, so then let's see, what would we get if we did that? We would get 3x on the left, right? Because 2 minus 2 would be 0. Then on the right, I would have 21, right? If I combine 23 minus 2, I'd have 21 minus 4x. All right, so what did I do? I combined like terms, right? I combined the 23 and the negative 2. Combine like terms. Or for my reason, I could put simplify. And I would accept really either of these in either place. All right, so now we have 3x equals 21 minus 4x. What should we do next? Hopefully you're saying add 4x to each side. So let's go ahead and do that. So 3x plus 4x equals 21 minus 4x plus 4x. So just like we added 2 in line 2 up here, or subtracted 2 up here, we're going to add 4x to each side here. So what do you think? See if you can fill out the explanation and reason. So up here we put subtract 2. Here I'm going to say add 4x. Since we're adding, instead of saying subtraction property, I'm going to say addition, and we can abbreviate. Addition property of equality. All right, let's figure out what we have. So on the left, I have 7x. 3x plus 4x is 7x equals 21. So what did we do? We combined like terms and simplified. Okay, what's our last step in solving this equation here? We need to divide by 7. Okay, so what are we doing? Divide by 7. Division property of equality. And then lastly, x equals 3. We just simplified. Okay. So it's not really about solving it and getting that x equals 3, because we could have done that much faster and much easier. It's about knowing why that works, what properties you're using when you complete each step of that process. So if you need to pause the video to write any of this down, we'll do a few more. So hopefully that will help you.